Please tell you bugs to stay up off me.
Not gonna happen.
Look at today.
A bug is part of the creation. So anyway, this is the beginning of the. Don't get smacked up in here. This is the beginning. This is the beginning of the video, of which I might cut. I doubt it. We'll see. So today's conversation is the keys to longevity. So some of us didn't know the topic of this discussion until right now, purposely, because I want this to be off the cuff. We need to give some of the keys to longevity. Now, I'm not going to do all the talking, I promise. One of the things that we did early in our relationship was fashion our relationship to be better than the couples around us. And it was a healthy competition. And in that healthy competition, we have been winning so far because we've been outlasting a lot of the couples that. Yeah. So,
not bad. It just turned out that way.
Right. So, for those that don't know, I'm Brownsville, and this is my lovely, pain in the lovely, beautiful wife, Francyne. So, to make it a little more personable, just a little bit, because a lot of people want to know the background. You see my face a lot, you hear my voice a lot, but it gives you a clearer picture of what's going on in the life of Brownsville and what allows me to be who I am, do what I do. So without a good right hand, left hand, help me, a lot of the stuff isn't possible. So it's good to see the yin and the yang, the good and the bad, the ups and the downs, positive, negatives. Got it? So anyway, let's dig in. I hope you can hear her because she talks low until she wants something.
That's all I'm upset.
Yeah, anyway. So, Mrs. Brownsville.
Okay, no.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
Mrs. Brownsville, what would you say are the keys to longevity? What can we give to other couples as advice for longevity? Or would you like to give our history? What is longevity for us? Like what makes us an authority on longevity?
That's what I was just about to ask, because are we really authorities on longevity?
We've been married
22 years.
We've been together.
I want to say 6.
I say 24. We can't be over 24. Very long time. So we have a history. I mean, all right, let's put it like this. We have 5 children. They all came from this union.
Right.
That alone, longevity. Relationship-wise, we've had our ups and downs relationship-wise, but we're still married.
Well, see, here's the thing. We have so many people who think that we have this perfect relationship, that everything is always peachy keen with us.
We don't have a perfect relationship?
We are.
Oh, okay. Just checking.
Right. But we argue.
No, you argue.
Okay, I'm going to get my point across.
Right. I don't argue.
Yes, you do. Not in the way you want to say argument, but you get your point across. We don't do that screaming and yelling and throwing and breaking stuff, but we argue, and we have our disagreements and fallouts or whatever the case. But what I don't like is people putting us on that pedestal to think that, oh my God, I got to do everything you did. What did you do? What did you do? We've been winging it since 1997.
Well, what works for us is not going to work for everybody else, granted.
Right.
But
we were just determined. That's it.
But still, not that we would be put on any pedestal.
Yeah, I don't like that. I feel like that's going to set us up for failure. Like, I don't want to get caught up in that.
I don't think it'll set us up for failure. But we have something that other people want. We have like the chemistry that other people strive to emulate.
That's because in the beginning, excuse me, we were friends. We became friends, and we laughed and talked and hung out and built that friendship.
Okay.
So we had that before we even thought about kids, marriage, etc.
So that didn't last long. Well, you talking about develop a friendship. There's some people that have been friends since high school, grade school. We met in 93, had our first child in 94.
Right.
So we still, yes, we did establish some friendship. And
Yeah, we worked hard on that though. Okay, really? You wasn't working to be my friend, you was just working to be...
No, not that I wasn't working to be a friend. I had ulterior motives, but also I had plans. You know, like I want to move forward. I've done the playing around. I've done I was ready to settle down when we met. And I did take some time, or we did take some time to realize or try to figure out what we wanted to do, of which you didn't really have a plan, didn't have any idea, and I took charge. And I thank you for allowing me to take charge. We went off on a tangent. I was trying to go somewhere.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, but you long-winded, and I want to get my little long-winded in.
I just have stamina.
What I do with this?
All right. So anyway, not so. All right. The tools. What all right. Fight fair.
Right.
Fight fair.
Well, yeah, we had our list of things that were I don't want to say deal breakers. They were like things that you just don't do to the other person.
Right.
And we worked hard to stay.
Protocols. We have protocols. Like, there was one, we mentioned don't go to bed angry with one another. You hear that a lot on different people's advice channels and stuff like that. And that don't always work. You're going to go to bed mad. You're going to go to bed angry. You're going to go to bed upset. It's going to happen. You should try not to, but a lot of those nights, that anger and that frustration turned into some good energy.
That's because you're going to cuddle me. I don't care how angry you are.
Sure.
I'm going to need you to cuddle me. Roll over here and come on.
So anyway, fight fair.
Right.
Spontaneity works. Keeping things interesting. Being creative. Listening, patience.
Yes.
Those are cliches. Understanding.
Be quiet.
Shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up.
Everything doesn't have to be said.
You ain't got to have the last word all the time.
Nope. Although I like to. But, you could think it. You don't have to say it.
Well, here's some. Play. Argue. Tussle. I don't want to say fight. Because we argue so much, the people on the outside looking at us think we're crazy. Like we're two little kids.
Right.
You have to have that. There was times early in our relationship. It doesn't happen so much now. We're trying to get back to that, where you was finishing my sentences or I was finishing yours. I'd think of something for dinner and you'd have it cooking already. Or you want something for dinner, I'm bringing it home. Or, the
energy was crazy.
Yeah, and it was like that a long time.
Yeah.
You were privileged to be a stay-at-home mom for many, many years.
Yeah.
That's not normal nowadays. That's not the average. Like I said earlier, we had all 5 of our children together, not 3 outside, 2. No, it was 5 together. So this is the keys to longevity. And if we want to leave them bullet points, we could, but just an open conversation of what we did, some of the things we did to have us last this long and still going.
I think a lot of it too was about the children.
Yeah.
Making sure that they knew that their parents loved each other.
Right.
Making sure
showing them the togetherness.
Knew, right. Like they would see us kids and be like, ew, yeah, you know, but they knew we loved each other.
Right.
They would see us hug and kiss and you know, always embraced.
Showing them that,
yeah.
Showing them that family structure. You know, you mentioned yesterday when we was talking how they used to eat at the table together. You know,
we ate dinner every night together.
No one was eating upstairs and over here, and we made sure we had that family time. And going back to a point that we was making earlier that I lost me was, you don't let anybody outside of the relationship see you going through anything. No. Like people would think that we had the most perfect relationship because we covered it perfectly. Like we're not going to let you in on what's going on with us. We're going to come out, we're going to smile, we're going to party, we're going to do our thing, but you don't have no idea. We just fought earlier that day.
Nobody's business.
Right. You know, so keep people out of your business. I ain't going on Facebook talking about this bitch, this motherfucker. No. Keep it to yourself. You know, that's keys to longevity. So, got anything else you want to add, bring up? We end this and make a part
also,
two?
We hung around couples. Some of them were married, some of them weren't, but
they've been together.
We were around a lot of couples. We didn't do the two of us going out with your single friend or the two of us going out with my single friend. It was always another couple that we were with. Be they married or not, it was a couple. And we tried to keep it like that just on the strength of we're not single. So we can't do single people things, you know, and you don't want to put yourself in a situation where they say birds of a feather flock together. You're out with a bunch of people who are all single and all looking to mingle, and everybody wants to hit on you as well because, oh, well, I'm married. I can't, you know, this is not my scene. So it was always we hung out with couples. And that was good for us because we hung out with couples that were together less time than us, about the same time as us, and longer. So we were able to get advice, learn together, and give advice.
So big ups and shout outs to Thurman, who's no longer with us, but he's an ancestor. Thurman and Monique.
Goodness, they don't even understand how much they helped
influence.
us.
Lisa and Tony. Michelle and Mike Copeland.
Yes.
Issa and James. Who am I missing that gave us that? Miss Vincent and Mr. Vincent.
Yeah.
Oh boy, you know, we've seen these people,
good role models,
and we emulated what they did. And what you do is you take the good of people's relationship and emulate it, and you learn from their mistakes, so you don't repeat it. Another influence, big influence, and shout out to the Martins. They know who they are. The Martin family, my aunt and my uncle, Victoria and Herbie, big family. And we would go over there and join that big family. And they don't know the impact they had on my life. Tremendous impact of a large family and seeing how they did it. And I mean, my uncle loved his wife, my aunt. My aunt loved her husband. You could clearly see that love. And the way they handled the family, went out as a family, did things as a family. And honestly, I don't recall them taking any trips. Like, you know, they didn't go out to Florida, Disney World, and go, because as a big family, your resources is limited. Now, with my family, with us, we did quite a few trips for camping. We did little things because, you know, resources were in a little bit more of abundance. But if you compare the Martins with the Marshalls, we were just as equally happy. They didn't do as much traveling that I'm not gonna say they didn't. Not that I recognize, and it's not a bad thing, but it built a character within me that I had to emulate because I wanted to make sure my kids I wanted to make sure that they did things together. And I mean, I can go on and on and on about the Martins. I love them, shout out to them. And the people that know me, and you know, my brother, he's gonna chime into this video, I'm pretty sure. The Martins, we love y'all. You're a big influence. Both my aunt and my uncle passed on, they're ancestors now, and I know they looking down on us saying, you know, y'all doing okay, keep going, keep going. They're a big influence with us. But what other couples did we miss? Other influence that weren't married?
You named them all.
Other couples that weren't married, but I guess we'll follow up and
That weren't married. Okay.
yeah, we'll follow up and or we'll add them to the comments below. But not to make this video too long-winded, I just wanted to introduce you to the person that makes me me or helps me be me. And this is about the keys to longevity. As a locksmith by trade, you know, I have all the keys. I can get to any lock. I can open up just about anything. So I got the keys. The jokes that people tell me is I'm the key master. I guess it's from the Matrix, whatever, you know. So there's people that tell us all the time, y'all need to write a book or y'all need to do a seminar because y'all got it. Okay, we do, and we recognize it, and we want to share with you. So this is another versatile moment in the Bud Brownsville LLC movement. Y'all met my daughter earlier, my wife, but well, I guess we'll follow up and do some more keys or give us some more relationship advice because we got information and I'm pretty sure we can help other couples. So what I do is I give information. Now what we do, we can combine Voltron and give information. So thank you for stopping by. Thank you for listening. Click like, subscribe, and share. And definitely leave some comments.
Yeah.
Let me know about my Koofy's crooked. You know,
Oh my goodness.
you know, give the natural lady over here with the natural fro with no makeup. I would let you get up, but we ain't dressed. Another kiss in joke. But comment. This is a married couple for a very long time. And very long time is more than 20 years. And we have some information that we'd love to share with you. So thank you for listening. Come again. And in closing, bye, baby. Hey, kiss me on camera. On camera. On camera. Kiss me on camera. Peace, everybody. But Brownsville, Francyne, signing out.